Hey YouTube, gonna try we 3 camera video. Haha, yeah. So I've got this revelation. This is an RJT 60 TL. As my pal Craig's. I actually did a review of this when he got it, and I kind of want it back anyway because people every 6 months I get a comment from someone going, "Hey mate, there's a coil tap on it," and it's like there's a coil split under the bridge tone control, or the tone control, which I never noticed. I did the last video. Now I know it's there, but this is in because this is working quite well. In fact, let's see what the tone sounds like because I never managed to do that last time. So neck humbucker, and then you can split it. Both on split. Bridge split. Back to humbucker. Right, so I can't actually remember what this knob here does, but it doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip down and fix it. So if I go to, watch this. It's not letting me change the camera angle. I'm going to have to stop it. That's pretty unprofessional, isn't it? Right, so unfortunately I couldn't flip on the fly between the 2 cameras. So yeah, so this is a wobbly control. When I was talking to Craig about it last night, it was around fixing one of his other guitars, which turned out to be the tuner that's kind of fallen off and was vibrating, making funny noises. So what I'm doing here is, he said that he couldn't. It really annoyed him that he couldn't get the plastic out from below the fingerboard because it's one of those ones where it's got an overhanging fingerboard, and I was up here. Yeah, okay, so it's probably just a loose switch. Just take the back off, and it's got a thing on the front. So basically, to get that off, you have to take the scratch plate off to get at this. I think it's just needs tightened up. And I was like, but yeah, so he just unbolt the neck, and he was like, so I'm just like, I'm not willing to unbolt the neck, which is fair enough. I remember not wanting to do that myself. So what the plan B is, do that, and I'll show you doing that. Hopefully the GoPro's working. Look at my phone, it's like, you should be able to see roughly what I'm doing. But always try and go for the easiest option first. So what I'm thinking is, I might be able to just do this with pliers and a spanner without having to take the whole thing to bits. Although I'm tempted to undo the neck anyway and pull out that wee bit of plastic that was annoying him. But yeah, so what you do is, I'm just going to unbolt this. It could actually just be a wobbly, it doesn't feel like it, a wobbly thing. So is that, it's got it's neither. So this is, I was going to say it's either like a flathead screw or an Allen key holding this chicken head on, but this just looks like it's just friction held on, so I'm just going to try and pull it off. It's quite well on. Where's my special tool for bending these things? And in focus, but I don't know which. I'll probably just go into the. These are my old toenail clippers, which I find invaluable for doing things like this on a guitar. Just not wanting to break anything. It's coming off. I'm just kind of wedging it from all sides. Normally I'm taking off a volume pot, there you go, it's off. Right, so it's just wobbly. So I'm going to make sure this doesn't just fix it. So my plan here would be get myself a pair of pliers, and a shifter or an adjustable spanner. I'm just wondering if I might be able to just turn that, or get it. It might actually, it does have plastic in below it, but I can't afford sorting that. So if I just give this a wee, I don't think it's turning yet. It is turning, right, so it's already tighter enough for it to work, but if I hold on to the middle bit, I turn it all the way to that side, because I'll be turning it that way. Can I get this round there like that? Oh, bad timing. Right, so if I just like that, I'm pulling against it. And now it's not turning anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in What do you reckon? It should be about there. Something like that. And let's see if the switch is working. So switch back onto that camera and let's see if it works. It should still be on. It's much quieter than it was. Yeah, so that did. Lucky. So that's basically, I don't need to really do anything else. No point in. I'd have to charge money for doing if I had to take it to bits. Really, I don't think it's worth doing it. See, it's got these pickups very similar to my Yamaha RGX A2. So it's like a P90 shaped humbucker and a P90 thing. These are pretty cool guitars. But I'll do a video demonstrating the guitar now, seeing as that was such an easy fix. Rocking. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, so that was an incredibly easy fix. It didn't really turn into the big let's show you working on a guitar when you can just fix it quickly. Yeah, so I looked this up to try and find out what the rotary switch actually did, and very helpful chap there on YouTube. Me, when I had this guitar, what, 3-4 years ago when Craig bought it. Serial number starts C23, so in 2023. So yeah, so there's really, looks like there's two videos, me and that Dave Simpson guy. His video is on, actually linked if you go to the Revelation guitar page for this actual model. So, running over it again, it's called, the TL stands for thin line. This is a green one, which they don't appear to make anymore. So it's a Jazzmastery Jaguar thing, apart from smaller. Kinda, it's got Allen Entwistle pickups. I'm wondering, my Badger guitar, not miles off, it's upside down. And it's not a thin line, so it's rounded, but not a million miles away looks wise from this. This is quite fancy though. It's got the maple neck, tone plastic binding, big pearly fret markers, Strat type headstock with the sort of Clausen tuners on it. They might be Wilkinson, they don't say on them. But it's by Allen Entwistle, which I'm pretty sure that's who did the Badger as well. Yeah, so, and we've got a volume and a tone. These crazy DiMarzio Yamaha pickups, copies of them, like, so they're P90 sized, but they're humbuckers, three-way switch, volume and a tone, and now I know that it does have a coil split, so it splits it into single coils if you pull up the tone control. It's actually getting easier to pull up. To be honest, I'm not sure well, Craig didn't know it did that, so that switch, probably the first time it was ever pulled up was last night when I was at his house, and I went, this apparently has a push-pull pot. And he's like, no. And I was like, yep, there we go. So it's now been pulled up maybe 10 times because I've done it 10 times. And this is just a Veritone. Well, not just a Veritone. So all the way round, as in all the way clockwise, it's off. So if we're on the bridge pickup, full bang. Playing through my Carlton basket weave amp there, pretty nice. And then these are different caps. Just kind of let different frequencies, so it just gives you different sounds. So I'd say that one's cutting away both the bass and the treble. That's taking away the bass. That's taking away the treble a little bit, or a kind of MIDI thing. And there's still a tone control to work with. Working at a different frequency range. It's actually giving you quite a good acoustic-y type sound, actually. Didn't have a drum machine last time I did it, so. pickup. Again, it's a bit like Hurricane I'm playing. Try another one, Veritone 2. Next one round. Third one. All the way around. Both pickups on with all the Veritone. Try both pickups coil split then. Try the governor pedal. Less difference, the Veritones make less difference when you're using distortion. Bridge pickup, single coil. Seems to work quite well with distortion and the bridge single coil though. That's quite like the switch that's on a Jaguar, and that's position 1. So 1 is off, or 0 is off, 1 in position 2. sounds on the baritone kind of are in that Jaguar Jazzmastery area. Off. Neck pickup. One. Off. Go for the rats then. Bridge, humbucker. Maybe that should. So these are really good guitars. I think what I was having a wee think there. It looked like I was concentrating playing. I was actually thinking. I think the Badger might be, which I need to look out and do another video of. That's one I think I might have to cull, because you've got to cull the Badger, don't you? It doesn't although it's a similar shape, although it's upside down, and it's a similar quality level, I would say it's not. Doesn't this is much more an offset Fender. Just by the way, it's got the sort of the slightly odd pickups, and the Veritone definitely puts it into that category more. Whereas the Badger I've got is just two humbuckers, and it's more a sort of Jaguar offset shaped normal guitar, whereas this is, although still a relatively normal guitar, it's not mild, it doesn't feel really weird in any way, and it's obviously it's a thin line, which is pretty cool as well, but very high quality guitar for what it is. I think these looking up there, 350 quid, something like that. I think you still get them as well. Just I think they change the colour every few years to the green one with the sort of the tort and the cream, which I think looks pretty good. It does look like a really expensive 60s Fender if you didn't know anything about it. You know, you could have this and then you could be sitting next to someone who's got like a 1965 Jaguar or something like that, and they kind of both look sort of the same to the untrained eye. But I'm actually quite liking the Veritone. I don't actually have a guitar that's got a Veritone in it just now. Just like slightly different flavours. Less so when you've got a wrap pedal on. When you got it in clean. So I mean, the guitar, it totally gets a thumbs up from me. Revelation guitars, Revelation. Catch you later.